Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for October 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th, Monday through Thursday. Now, if you're looking for the main reading, well, this is the introduction. It will be tagged on to all of the videos. But if you want to look for the main reading, or you cross-watch, or you're new to the channel, then go right down there to the description, and there will be a timestamp, and you can bypass this all. Hope you watch it at least one time. And also, too, thank you so much. Yes, you can hear I still have whatever this is going on. Still pretty tired for whatever reason, too. But, things are happening. The energies are very, very strong. So let's get on with our readings. I'm going to be using, for the main readings, my Radley Valentine Archangel Power Tarot cards. Also, Guardian Angel cards. I will use this Inspirational Wisdom from Angels and Fairies, written by Frances Monroe and artwork by Judy Mastrangelo. That will be for the main. Also, my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, for this, the introduction, we're going to use my Waite Rider Traditional Tarot and my Osho Zen Tarot cards. Now, I pray, I meditate, I infuse all the decks with Reiki energy. Remember, but this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself up to higher power, Holy Spirit, God, whoever that is, what you want to call. I say God, Holy Spirit, and just say, let the words come through. Let them not be mine. Let them be the words of the source. Okay? So let's see, before we even start, yes, everybody keeps feeling change. And we know that there's a lot of things going on in the world. And we still have that, we have that Pluto in Capricorn, which is all about, Pluto, think of that as the phoenix that, destroys and then rises from the ashes. Capricorn, all about home, security, life. That's been there for 12 years. Capricorns know what this is like because they have felt the disruption for for almost the 12 years. It started, it started, 2008, so it's been more than that, too. Okay, now, Pluto also associates quite strongly with Scorpio, and I need to tell you that because, we do have, whenever Pluto and Scorpio are meeting in this way, there is a little more emphasis on whatever's going on. Pluto has gone direct, but it's slowly direct. And so that means it's covering a lot of the ground. When something goes retrograde, so here's the planetary movement, and this is how it appears. It doesn't necessarily do this, but this is the illusion or the appearance of. So here it is, it's going through, or I should go this way for you. It's going through, it's direct. Now it starts to slow down, and this is when we call it stationary. So then this would be stationary retrograde. So it then slows down to almost a stop, and then it does stop, and then it starts to go over again, and then it comes to where it needs to stop, and now this is again direct. This is stationary, and now it's going to go direct. So, and then it goes direct. It starts slow, and it gets a little faster, but not super, super fast. So it really covers the same ground about 3 times, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it covers the same ground 3 times. It's really getting into the nooks and crannies of whatever it is it needs to do. And like I said, Pluto is the planet of destruction, but then it does have the rebuilding energy to it too. So we have that going on. Now we just had Saturn, which was retrograde in Aquarius, and Saturn just went direct also. So it is still in a, let me see, when did it go direct? It is still kind of in a stationary mode, but it is, let's see, new moon. I'm sorry. Saturn went direct on the 23rd. So it's still on its slow path, and it's still going past. Saturn also has a strong connection with Scorpio too. They all have connections with the others, but there is an interest. Saturn has a strong interest in Scorpio. Now we have Mars energy. Mars has been going direct in Gemini, and then on the 30th it goes retrograde. So it will be covering that same path about 3 times, okay? So that will be on the 30th. Mars also has a very strong energy, a strong connection with Scorpio. So we've got Pluto, Saturn, and Mars all kind of in this slow motion right now, throwing their energies really behind Scorpio, pushing it forward. Scorpio too, associated with the scorpion, also with the eagle, gives you that higher view. It also is with the phoenix, which, like I said, Pluto has an association with the phoenix too. And, rising from the ashes. Scorpio is also in the South Node right now, and I think for another 6 months. And that means that there's a lot of stuff from the past that's really being visited by this very, very strong energy. And yes, I do consider Mars also Aries, because Greek and Roman mythology, Mars is Aries, Aries is Mars. So they all have this, they all intertwine with each other, but there is a lot of intensity going on right now. Now, I was talking to my sister yesterday about what's going on, and I was looking into November, and we'll talk a little bit more about it when it comes closer. But November, I would say the thing that was going on with Gemini, with it going retrograde, and again, that was the 30th, and that will be at 9:26 a.m. Gemini, and also too on the 29th, Mercury enters Scorpio at 3:22 p.m. These are Eastern Standard Time. And also too, Jupiter, which is not going direct, or it's not doing stationary, it's just retrograding back. It goes back into Pisces. And, this is where there's going to be some planning. There's kind of really deep energy clean out with Pisces here too. But I was looking at what was going on, and I was saying, okay, October 30th, goes in, and then there's something on the 4th, 5th of November, very strong energies. And then we have the new moon, the full moon, the 8th and 9th of November. And the interesting things, again, it involves all of those planets that I'm telling you about, Pluto, Saturn, and also Mars, and also Venus. But and Venus is the one that gives a little bit of hope and a little bit of a loving balm to it. But the thing about it is, we have, with those planets going in November, we also have some squaring and some trining with Uranus. Now, Uranus is in Taurus. Taurus will be the full moon. There will be a full moon eclipse, a lunar eclipse. So there is this, with this new moon on the 25th, there is a partial solar eclipse going on with that. But then, and that means that when there's an eclipse, it gives a little more strength to it. New moon is a new start. So whatever's going on, so maybe even the 25th we can go on to. 25th to that 9th. Like I said, Scorpio season has the appearance of being very intense, very strong energies. And you throw in Uranus, some of the aspects with Uranus, which, like I said, is in Taurus. Some of it's trining. That's favorable, and some of it's squaring, so that's opposing. So that's where we're going to have, I feel like we're going to have the shakeups at that time, whatever those shakeups are, okay? So it's, but the thing is, too, when you can see these things, or when you can feel these things, or when you hear these things, it always does remind me. It reminds me, because some people will say, I know things, and when they happen, they scare me. Well, when you know these things and you're told these things, you just have to believe, you just have to remember that God is in control. And because she shared it with you to begin with, that means that you are, not to be afraid, okay? So let's see what we have. And again, if I have to pause the video because of coughing or whatever this is, I will do that. But let's see what we have, higher power. So I did tell you when the new moon was, right? The new moon. So, and again, that's very precious energy. So new moon in Scorpio, 6:48 a.m. on the 25th, Eastern Standard Time. We've got, again, the 28th, Jupiter goes into Pisces. It continues its retrograde movement into Pisces. 1:10 a.m. October 29th, Mercury enters Scorpio, 3:22 p.m. And like I said, Mars goes retrograde in Gemini on the 30th, 9:26 a.m. So all of these are very early in the morning too. Interesting. So let's see what we have here. Higher power, what would you want people to know for this week, the 24th? Okay. Letting go of something, letting go of something. Very strong energy saying letting go of something, things changing. Now this is the, we've got three or four cards out already, so I don't need to pull any more. This is the Three of Swords. Now remember that reversed has a little more energy to it. So Three of Swords. Okay, we have the sword energy. That is our air energy. That is our Saturn. That is our Aquarius. That is our Gemini. That is our Libra energy. It is thinking things through. It's it's air energy. It is hearing messages. It is, I'm kind of even getting fanning the fire energy here, just as you would with air. It is also making plans. It's also strategizing. So now this is reversed. Okay, so we'll make this right. A lot of times this is one of those really cards that people go, can we go and just do another one? Because it is about hurting. It is about pain. It is about some going through things that we did not necessarily want to go through. We also have a 3, and the 3 tells us it's about celebration and creativity. It's also about, the power of 3. So whatever this was, it was very, very needed, or it is very, very needed. Now, you've got the rain clouds. You've got the rain. It is behind the heart. You've got these 3, it looks very ominous. The thing about it is, though, you have to see, the heart is very bright. The heart is very resilient. And even though these are 3 that are in it, it does not mean that life does not go on. It just means that whatever happened had to happen, and we have to learn to move past it. We have to learn to move beyond it. And we might still feel the pain, but, pain does dull. Pain, might leave scars, and these swords may never be able to be removed, but there is healing, there is hope. And it's kind of, to me, when I see the 3 of Hearts, it's like, maybe you feel like you're experiencing the worst right now, but the worst is either about to be over or it is coming to an end. Okay? So I don't mind the 3 of Swords. Like I said, it's like a lot of the pain, a lot of the suffering that you're feeling now or that you have been feeling will soon be leaving. Okay? And then we come to the Ace of Swords. Again, we have that ace energy. Again, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And remember, I told you, Aquarius and Gemini, strong energies are in there right now. This has new ideas. This has a new beginning. This has a new way of thinking about something. So while we have to let go of something, we have to maybe let go of an old way of life, an old way of thinking, an old perspective. A new idea, a new understanding is coming, because this is very cerebral energy. This is very, very thinking things through, new ideas happening, and it may not necessarily be easy. This may not be easy, and it may not be easy for whatever this new thought process is. But this, Ace 1 is a new beginning, and again, the swords, the energies I told you about, air energy, hearing messages, and it's kind of like reframing and redeveloping your thought processes. So let's see what we have here. Okay. So now, again, this one is reversed. We're going to flip. Okay, we're flipping that one. And this one is an 18. So we have a 1-8. So we had a 3-1, 1-8. 1 is a new beginning. 10, transitional energy. 8 is unlimited opportunities and possibilities. We do have the new moon on the 25th. So it is the start of something. The new moon brings a start. So there could be a start to whatever this process is. It could be a start to healing, a start to revelation type of energy, hearing the new idea, the new plans. The moon, again, the moon is always interesting because it means that there are things that you don't always know. There are things that are hidden. There are things that are very celestial. There are things that are very lunar. Now, moon energy is is a feminine energy. It is it is very closely associated with our water energy. So we have some of these creatures of the night looking up at the moon. The moon is not necessarily, sometimes I get really good energy with the moon. But this moon, I feel like it's looking down. It's not necessarily pleased. There is kind of a sun, so this could be the partial solar eclipse even energy here. And it's, the creatures of the night are coming out. And it could also be that, the moon is going to shine on that. It's going to bring out the hidden energies, the things that have been hidden. So we will see. And our last card, and again, this is reversed. So we've had were all of these reversed? Maybe this one was not, but this one is. Now we have a 2. 2 is a joining together, is a crossroad, is decisions. This is the High Priestess. The High Priestess does talk to you about connecting with your higher power, is that oracle in many, many ways, is the one that, you don't even have to come. It's not like you have to come to me to ask me, what's going on. You can even take time to connect with higher power in order for you to understand that. Again, we have feminine energy here. We have a lot of what is considered holy energy, okay? We have a lot of what is considered holy energy here. And, there is this, this thought, and then we even have the crescent moon here. So again, that could be a new moon, could be. So maybe the 25th is going to be the start of the healing, start of the letting go, start of the discovery. Not quite sure. But it does, it does say to really, connect with higher power, keep your light bright, keep your vibrations very high also. The nice thing about the High Priestess is she doesn't overwhelm you. I mean, sometimes she'll stretch you a little bit, but she doesn't overwhelm you with things you don't need, okay? Like sometimes it's like, I'll get messages and I'm like, well, why can't I know more? Why can't I know how this resolves? And the answers that I've been given pretty much all the time is, if you knew more, if you knew how this all resolved, you would not want to get out of bed. So, just, because it would be too overwhelming for our humanity. So, I would say that there's going to be some mysterious energies. Connect with God, Holy Spirit, whoever that is for you. New ideas, new information coming through, and that could be pain that is here is going to be moving and lifting. It could mean we're going to have. It could be. I don't see it as a fresh pain, and the reason I don't see this is going to sound gross, but you see these three. Okay, the clouds and the rain is behind this, right? If this was a fresh pain, this heart would be gross, okay? We would be seeing a lot of gross things. This heart is a healthy color. There is no blood seeping or anything from these wounds. So that tells me that this has been for a while, and that there is, even though it is not healed, there is healing energy in this, okay? Sorry, didn't want to gross you out with my, from my nursing background. So it's like, if there were 3 swords in this heart, and you got, it would just be an old bloody mess. And then I would say, let's pull another one. Let's pull another one. So let's see what we've got going. Osha Zen Tarot. Can you kind of add to any of this? So there's a lot of spiritual energy next week, or I should say the 24th to the 27th. There is a lot of thought processes. I would say that there is going to be, remember too, what I always say about Saturn in Aquarius, and now that it's going back over some of the same ground, it is, this is reality. This is truth versus illusion, truth versus lies, reality versus illusion. Okay. So but the moon will show you just enough. You might have to make your own way. Connect with your high priestess. Connect with your higher self on that too. So interesting energies with those two. So let's see. And you can always comment and tell me what you're thinking this is all about. Let's see. Osha Zen Tarot, what do you have for us? What do you have for us? Here we go. Abundance. Well, I like the abundance card. I do like the abundance card. I think this would be like that king of, I think this would be the king of pentacle energy. I think this is, but I get a little bit, off with these cards too. But this is abundance. There is a rainbow energy around. Now that could be, it's moon energy all around us too. There is, kind of being lifted up. It's saying, so there is abundance coming. It's just kind of, some of these are the steps we have to go through, we have to experience before the abundance actually comes to us. So, this person looks well fed. This person looks pretty happy. This is very male energy, masculine energy. So, the thing is, even though this is all happening, there is a promise of abundance to come. I know sometimes it doesn't seem like it, but then you know what? I've lived a long time, and it's like many of my worries, once I went through what it is to the other side, I was like, oh, now I understand. Now I understand. So, I'm going to tell you, don't be afraid. We live in a tough world. The world is not for wimps, but we are, I'm going to say we are star seeds. We are light workers. Many of us have spirit guides, connections with higher power. So have faith, believe, and just keep pushing forward. Okay? Okay. Now, I've got to go to that part that says, please like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. Just being off even that one time, it just really messes things up for me. So please like. Also, too, with the bell and subscribing, many people tell me that they subscribe. They don't see my videos popping up. So they have to unsubscribe and then subscribe again. The same thing with the bell. Okay. Anyway, why don't we now start our readings? Hello, my Sagittarius. So we are now in Scorpio season. It's where you really get things wrapped up. You clean your house, you clean your garage, you do all that stuff so that you can get started for your season, because you're going to come up next. Now, I really do feel, I've been feeling that you've been in this watch and wait. And I just feel like it's the pressure has been to the point of, I'm done. I keep seeing, in Osha Zen Tarot, there's the Rebel card. And it's, I don't know if that's the Emperor card. And, I don't know how it relates at this, I'd have to see it, how it relates to traditional tarot. But I feel like it's this sense of, no, things have to change. And I'm about to make some changes with it. So, not sure why or who that's for. Of course, you're going to think things through. And you're going to be very wise in your actions too. So let's see. But it did, if I'm, with the card that I'm thinking of, it just keeps popping, the Rebel. It is breaking chains and breaking old habits, breaking past habits too. Maybe not yours even. So you're here to make a difference. Okay, higher power. Don't know where that's all about, but can you clarify or help us or tell me more? What do you want to say for our Sagittariuses as we enter into this very intense time astrologically? Here we go. Let's see. This one's reversed. First card is, the Queen of Michael. Queen's underlying energy is water. That makes sense. That would be your Scorpio and your Pisces, strong players right now, and Cancer, not so strong, but the new moon does, have that Cancer moon baby energy. So that's water energy. It is it is going with the flow. It is emotional energy, very psychic energy. Then we have Michael, air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Those do have some strong energies right now. And we've talked about them enough. But that is our thought processes, thinking things through. just, and also hearing news, and it's also making some plans. So the Queen of Michael, she cares, she loves deeply, but she is using her noggin. She's not letting her emotions rule her thoughts, okay? She's got to listen to them. She's going to not try to be cruel, but she knows what has to be done, and she goes out and does it. So kind of goes along with what I was saying, whether or not you're, the masculine energy or the feminine energy, whereas the rebel has that masculine energy, the queen has the feminine energy, so there is a good yin and yang type of thing with them. So the Queen of Michael, she's going after, she's thinking things through, but she's really making her plans. She's not letting her emotions rule her. She's being very objective, almost to the point where some people might say she's being a little on the cold side. But sometimes you have to be on the cold side to do what's needed, what needs to be done. Sometimes when you're doing all the warm hugs and fuzziness of it all, you compromise too much. So this is really, I kind of get that, just really slicing with a sharp knife type of energy here, and, getting down to the meat of the subject, meat of the matter, and saying, now this is, what do we need to do? Okay? So the Queen of Michael is brilliant, self-reliant, insightful, humorous. So, the Queen has not lost her humanity. She does, she does kind of roll her eyes a little bit at the antics of others. Anyway, you know exactly what to do. The benefit of experience. A time for your career rather than your relationships. And that would make sense because the air energy is really thinking things through. If it was a time for your relationship, you would be more of the you'd probably be more the king of Raphael, okay? The king of water. Anyway, let's see. Next card is the Queen of Ariel. So again, we have that underlying energy of the water energy, but now we have Ariel. And Ariel is our earth energy. Again, so you've got two, the air energy and the earth energy are extremely strong. What's in there at those energies? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And remember, whatever is going to happen in that November, we have that Uranus and Taurus and that Taurus full moon coming up. So there's some really strong, your house, your home, your career, your money. The Queen of Raphael. So what the Queen of Michael is doing while she's thinking things through, she wants to make sure that her house is protected, her people are protected. She wants to make sure that there's food in the table, that, so there's a lot of preparation energy here for my Sagittariuses. There's a lot of energy that's just saying, we need to make sure we've got everything ready so that everything can be taken care of. Okay, and the Queen of Ariel is also wanting it to be not so hard. Okay, she does not want it to be hard on herself or on others. So she's going to have a little bit more butter. She's going to have a little bit more milk. She's going to have a little bit more of the pretty things. She doesn't want to feel like she is suffering. Okay, don't know where this is coming from, but she wants to feel that there is more to come, and she wants people to feel comfortable and herself to feel comfortable and and secure. Okay, so mature, practical, generous, happy. And look at her. She's gorgeous. Nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Practical and wise advice. So let's see what we've got here now. Let's see do we have another queen? The Seven of Raphael. So 7, divine umbrella. I like to think of it as that. Divine guidance, divine interference sometimes. Raphael is our water energy, our cup energy. It is it is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Pisces and Scorpio off the walls right now. Okay, Jupiter's gone into Pisces right now, so there's lots of largesse, planning. Neptune, that's like just going into the depths of just kind of that total subconscious energies. What do you really, really want? What do you really want here? But then like I said, Jupiter, the planet of enlargement and and also enlightenment many times too. Scorpio, lots of Scorpio stuff going on there. So, and also Cancer. So this is fluid, emotional, very, very spiritual, very, very loving energy, yet I do feel like it's a little bit on the self-centered side with this energy too. I feel like that Scorpio I feel like they're a little bit more looking at themselves. I'm not quite sure why or how that's going to, what that's all about. But the Seven of Raphael is about having choices. The Seven of Raphael is looking at the situation and saying, do I want, what is it I really want to be doing? Do I want to even investigate that? This might be the dangerous road. So there's this sense of you're not necessarily trapped, except that you're trapped by which choice you're going to take. Okay? So there's no trapment per se, but you still need to do something. You still need to make some action, take some action. And the thing is, these queens are like, whatever the action is, I want it to be a good action. I want it to be a wise action. I don't want it to disrupt my life too much. Okay, so I'm not quite sure where that's all about, but the Seven of Raphael is about choices, and with choices come action. Time to make a decision. Be clear on what you want and take action. A need for detoxification. So detoxification is really about, getting rid of the stuff that's, toxic to you. So there is, getting rid of the poison, getting rid of the dark energies, getting rid of the things that, remember, waning moon, release and relinquish, new moon, request. But so there is still part of that releasing and letting go. And with that, you have to identify. You have to identify what has been toxic, what needs to be moved. Okay, but there is some action energy here for you, and again, these queens, they're going to be wise, and they're going to be very deliberate because they don't really want to disrupt too much. So what does that mean for you, my Sages? What's going on with all of that? Who is that? Who feels that right now? Here we go. Angels, 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 guardian angels for my Sagittariuses. Reversed. Positive recognition. So we have a 719, a 917 energy here. Positive recognition. This is also the sun energy. This is also Leo energy, fire energy. So congratulations, whatever you choose. Congratulations. Your plans have worked out perfectly, and now it's your time to shine. Brilliant new ideas will present themselves to you, and success is all but assured. Express yourself openly and honestly, knowing that those surrounding you are trustworthy. Be open to unexpected opportunities. So whatever these choices are, there may be even another choice. Okay? I don't know. Unexpected opportunities. There could be another choice that hasn't presented itself just yet. Anyway. Let's see, inspirational wisdom, right? Wisdom from angels and fairies. Let's see what we've got here for my Sagittariuses. Okay. Fairy revels. Oh, I like this one. Look at, they're partying. Your life can be joyful if you allow your faith to open the doors that will make this happen. Remove the barriers, so that would be your detoxification, and everything will be clear. Remove the barriers. I like that, because that is about releasing and relinquishing. So, and that would be, express yourself, ideas present themselves, success is all but assured. Release, 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 release. Remove the barriers. I like it. Anyway, let's see what we've got going on for my Sagittarius. Is what crystal or energy for you? What do we have here? What do we have for my Sages? Dealer shuffle. Oh, sure. Okay, that one popped. Moonstone. This is a good time for this. Female fertility. Calming emotions, attracting new love, growth. I like that one. Okay, my Sages, tell me what all this was about. What were my ramblings meant to you? Take a moment, please, because, being off the one time messes everything up for me. So please take a moment to like, share, subscribe, click on the old bell for notifications, If you're not getting anything, unclick, click again. Anyway, as always, my Sagittariuses, always know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.